Hello, in this video I'm going to be talking about converting numbers to standard form. Now a number in standard form usually takes this format: a times 10 to the power of n, where a is between 1 and 10 and n is an integer. Now, before I start, I want you to take note of this. If we have a number like 1, for instance, or let me say 25. Now, 25 can also be written as 25 points, or you can say 25.0 or 00 or 00000. Doesn't matter how many zeros you add behind 25 or in front of 25. 25 here is always going to be equal to this 25. But in the case where it's 25.000001, in that case this 25 is not equal to the 25 on the right hand side. Now I just need you to take note of that. Now we can look at some examples. Now let's say we are supposed to convert a number like 589 to standard form. Now remember, I said you can see this as 589 points. So what we are going to do is move these points to the front of the first significant number, and by doing so it's going to move a number of steps behind 5. So we are going to have 589 points. By moving it, we're going to move it by 1 2, so it moved 2 steps. And if you can remember the format, which is here, it's going to take this a times 10 to the power of n, where a is between 1 and 10. So this right here is equal to, or is the same thing as saying 5.89. And to put it in this format, we're going to multiply by 10, and our n is the number of steps moved, which is 2, meaning it's going to be 5.89 times 10 to the power of 2. So this is the standard form of 589. Let's try another one. If we have, let's say, 10,000. Now if we are supposed to convert this to standard form, remember what I said, you can see this as 10,000 points, and we are going to move the point behind the first significant figure, which is 1. So if we move this to the left, it's going to move by 1 2 3 4 steps. So we're going to have 1.0000. And remember what I said, 1.0, when you have 0000 after the decimal points, it's still the same thing as saying the number behind the decimal points. So you can just say 1. And to put it in our normal standard form format, we're going to have 1 times 10 to the power of number of steps moved, which is 4 steps. So it will be 1 times 10 to the power of 4. So this is your answer. Let's look at another one. Let's say we are asked to convert 5 5 1 to 0 to standard form. Now remember what I said in the other examples. You can see it as 55120 points. Now we're going to move the points behind the first significant number, which is this 5, and we are going to move it by 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. So we're going to have 5 points, 5 1 2 0. Now take note, you can also leave out this 0 from its in standard form, and so we are going to have 5 points 5 1 2 times 10 to the power of steps moved, which is 4 steps. It moved 4 steps, so the power of n is 4. And note, you can also include this 0 in the standard form expression if you want to. And this is your standard form. Now, if we have let's say we have 2 5 9 6 8 3, we are going to move the points behind this number to behind the first significant figure, and if it moves, it's going to move 1 2 3 4 5, so it moved 5 steps, meaning this right here is going to be 2 points 5 9 6 5 9 6 8 3 times 10 to the power of steps moved, which is 5. And this is the standard form of 259,683. Now, in some cases, you can also approximate the value, making it much shorter. Like for instance, you can leave it as 2.597. 7 came from the approximating 8, which made this 6 to turn to 7. Now we can leave it like this: 2.597 times 10 to the power of 5. But this one right here is more accurate when you are converting to standard form. Now let's try more examples. Let's say we're supposed to convert 309,000 to standard form. Now feel free to try out this example by yourself. Now in this case, still the same thing. We are still going to move the points behind the first significant number, which is 3 in this case. So the decimal point is going to move 1 2 3 4 5 steps. So we're going to have 3.09000. Now remember what I said about this. We can leave out the zeros in this case. So we are going to have 3.09 times 10 to the number of steps moved, which is 5. So 10 to the power of 5. So this is the answer. Now let's try out this one. 1 1 2 0 2 0 0 0. Now feel free to also try out this example by yourself. Now remember, we're going to have to move the points to behind the first significant number, which is 1. So 1 2 3 4 5 6. It moved a total of 6 steps to the left. So in this case, we are going to have 1.202000. Now these 3 zeros here, we can decide to leave them out, but the 0 at the center has to remain because it falls between 2 significant numbers, which is 2 and 2. So we can keep this 0 and get rid of the rest. So in this case, we'll have 1.202 times 10 to the power of number of steps moved, which is 6. So this is your answer. Now let's try this tricky one. Let's say we have 8.5 and we are supposed to convert this to standard form. Now 8.5, you can't say 8.5 points. That would be wrong because then there will be 2 decimal points. So what you do in this case is make do with the decimal point that you have. Now 8.5, you can say this number is already in standard form because this 8.5 ranges between 1 to 10, meaning it does not go above or below this range. So what we'll do is just to write down 8.5 times 10. Now this didn't move any step forward or backward, so it will be 8 times 10 to the power of 0. It moved 0 steps, and this is your answer. And to prove it, we can say 10 to the power of 0. Anything to the power of 0 is 1. So in that case, we have 8.5 times 1, which is equal to 8.5. So it remains like this. Now let's say we have 0.00067. Now, like in the previous example, we're going to move this decimal point behind the first significant number. So it's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. It moved 4 steps to the right, meaning we'll have 6.7 times 10 to the number of steps moved. Now, since it moved to the right, we're going to have a negative number. So it's going to be 6.7 times 10 to the power of negative 4. So this is your answer. Now let's try 0.09. Now, if we are to convert this to standard form, this is going to move behind 9. So it's going to move 2 steps. 1, 2, and it moves 2 steps to the right. Meaning this is going to be 9.0. You can see it as 9.0 since the decimal point is behind the 9, which makes these other zeros insignificant. So it's going to be 9.0 times 10 to the power of negative 2. So this is the answer. Now let's try this last example. We have 0.000000207 and let's say we are converting this to standard form. Now feel free to try out this example. Now remember, we're going to move this decimal point behind the first significant figure, which is 2. It's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we are going to have 2.07. The 0 is going to be included since it's not a significant, since it's between 2 significant numbers, which is 7 and 2. So we'll have 2.07 times 10 to the power of number of steps moved, which is 8. So we're going to have 2.07 times 10 to the power of negative 8. And this is your answer. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and share with others who you think might have problem in this particular topic. So till next time.